Welcome back to another episode of Procrastination Garage. My name's Matt. So what did we do this week? Well, we started off the week, continuation of last week, where we were camping up in the mountains. Then midweek we had a bit of a tire emergency with my wife's Venza, and then we followed that up at the end of the week. We took care of that tire once and for all. So please watch the video. When you're done, hit the like button, and hope you'll subscribe and tell all your friends. See you at the end. It's Friday evening, just about 8 o'clock. We just finished dinner. We had hot dogs and chili, my chili, and feeling kind of full, so Dog and I decided to take a walk and just enjoy the mountain views. There's a thunderstorm going on over there that may or may not be headed our way. I don't know. We need to keep an eye on that. There's Dog. And then we're also picking up trash because that's what we do. We're camping in the same location we had our hamburger feed during snowmobile season. No snow now. If you look at the back end of that camper down there, that trailer, you can see my side-by-side just poking its head out.
Hey besties, we're out here today with the Yakima Driftaway Club, and we are doing our annual cleanup of the roads around where we snowmobile, and we do a camp out as well for the weekend. Daddy, Matthew here, came up here yesterday. They rode around in their UTVs. Today we're out doing the pickup. We started at 9. It is currently 12:42, and I think we're finishing up. We're slowly heading back right now. We're just doing a car check. So as we drive, we grab them. We stop and grab the ones we see. But we've been walking the roads today, and we're filling up our bags back here. Little Skeeter's here. Here's the man himself.
I'm here.
So yeah, we're just checking from the car now as we head back, and we filled up quite a few bags already and found a lot of garbage. So stuff's looking a lot better. Full bag. Anything else you want to say to the viewers?
We'll see you on Monday, Tuesday, whenever I get it uploaded. There's the view of our compound from a higher location. We've created a square. We've got 2 motorhomes, and then a travel trailer, and then a snowmobile trailer. So we've got a little courtyard in the center with a pop-up and a couple of awnings. Nice place to get out of the weather if the weather turns on us. Not sure how we're doing this. I just gotta reach my saw.
Oh, okay. Good choice. I convinced him to turn around. But he did make it across. Oh! They're coming.
Nothing like a little thunderstorm. Oh, hell no. Are we having fun, Riley?
Yes, we are. All right. We're doing our stunt. Who needs a community days ride when you have this? There's camp over there. You'll see it again in a second. Or what's left of it. Just us. Oh my God. Here we go. Everybody buckle up. Skeeter, buckle up. Buckle up. Buckle up.
Had a great weekend with my daughter and the dog and some friends, and we're on our way home. Until next time, I guess. Say goodbye, dog. Yeah, she doesn't talk much. It's about 7:30 a.m. on Wednesday morning, and unfortunately we're making an emergency call. My wife on her way to work lost a tire, is what she's reporting. I don't know what that means exactly, if it went flat or what, so we're going to check it out. Bad on me is last time I did the tires on her car, the locking lug nut tool went missing, and I haven't replaced it yet, so that's going to be a problem. When she called me, I also told her to call AAA, so it may just be towed home. I don't know what the deal is. We'll go find out. I hope I'm wrong, but I suspect it's the right rear tire. That's the one that was patched a couple of times. Last time patched from the inside, so it shouldn't be a problem, but you just never know. We're back on the road. She's got her little skinny spare on the right rear. Yes, the right rear, that's the one. Unfortunately, the rest of the tread was down the road. I wasn't going to go retrieve it. So we don't know for sure what the failure was, but I'll have to assume that it had to do with that spot. Anyway, I would have filmed some of it, except it was very narrow between the traffic lane and the guardrail. Pretty much just the width of her vehicle, and then I could just get off on the edge there. I was able to beat a socket onto the locking lug and get it loose, and had the tire about 90% changed when the tow truck driver showed up, and thanked him for coming out, but that we were good. Right now we're headed to a gas station to put a little air in that tire. Then she's going to go home. We're going to swap vehicles. She's going to take the old mom van. So that's it for now. Just aired her up. Tire was pretty low. It's got 60 psi in and out, just like it's supposed to. $2 for air. It's been a long time since I bought air. It's Wednesday afternoon, and let me tell you, this morning was kind of harrowing. Working on the side of the road with no real space is kind of a scary thing. My biggest issue was, if you'll see this one lug nut here, this is a locking lug nut, and I lost the lug key when I swapped the tires from winter to summer, and I've known it, and I've been gonna get another one, and I just hadn't gotten around to it yet, thinking, yeah, probably no great hurry. Well, obviously there was. So when the tire blew, that's the reason I had my wife call AAA, is because I figured we may have to tow the vehicle, because I didn't know if I could change the tire or not. So I took a set of sockets with me, standard sockets, and I found one that was approximately the right size, and I just beat the crap out of it to get it on there and to break it loose. And in fact, it is still stuck on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the locking lug nuts altogether. In our area, we really don't need them, and then I won't have to worry about it in the future. So I'll probably go to the parts store later today and get one. So I've got a new tire on order, and the other 3 tires are in really good shape. They've got quite a few miles left on them, so I couldn't see any reason to replace all of them. So I've just got one on order from Tire Rack. It'll be here tomorrow. Here's the wheel, and I think we're in pretty good shape. I mean, it's got a little bit of road rash on it. You can see what's left of the tire here. Basically, the center section completely gone, and all that's left are the inner and outer rings. So like I said, it's a little rough. There's a couple of spots on the mating surface I'm going to have to smooth out, but I think we'll be okay, and at least that's the goal. We're going to put the new tire on here and balance it and see. So that'll be tomorrow's project. In the meantime, we've got headlight issues on this thing again. I keep having to replace bulbs, but it's not the same bulb every time, so I think they're just wearing out. I think I replaced both of them now on the left side, and my wife told me here a couple weeks ago that this one here was out, and I just confirmed it. And since I've got to go to the parts store and find some lug nuts, I'm going to go ahead and buy a new bulb. Although, if you'll remember last time, the first bulb I replaced over on this side was the wrong one, wasn't the one that was out, so then I had to get a different bulb. So I have a spare bulb. Maybe it's the right one. We'll see here shortly. The one we need to replace is that one right there where you see the green. So let me get that pulled out and see if we have one. The bulb on the right is the one I need, and the bulb on the left is the one I have an extra of. And of course they're not the same. So we're going to head to the parts store and buy one of those. And then this is one of the good lug nuts, and I need 4 of them to replace the locking lugs, and we're going to get the other 3 locking lugs off and put these on there. This one's a little damaged, so it really wouldn't be bad if I had 5 of them to replace this one, but whatever. Headed back home. Had to hit 2 different parts stores. O'Reilly's didn't have the lug nuts I needed, but they did have the headlight bulb. Also bought some oil because the Venza's doing an oil change. It hadn't been changed since the girls went to California, so we'll take care of that as well. Anyway, then went over to AutoZone, and sure enough, they had the lug nuts I needed. Perfect. First things first, let's get this new headlight installed. I'm not sure if this is one of those bulbs you don't want to contaminate the bulb itself with your fingers, with the oil on your fingers. I'm going to assume it is, so we're not going to touch it. We're just going to hold it by the base, put it in, twist it, and it'll be installed. You can see by the glowing light that the headlight bulb is replaced and fixed. So that's good. And that's Bailey. These are the replacement lug nuts, the ones that are going to replace the locking ones on the car. Let's go ahead and get them installed now. The way I got the locking lug nut off on the side of the road was using a socket that I just pounded until it went on there. And it was my good Craftsman 3/4 inch socket. Now it is stuck to this lug nut, so we need to separate it. And then we need to go pound it onto 3 more lug nuts and see if we can do the same thing again. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a punch down right through the center there, and should be able to knock it right out. Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure what kind of damage it did to the socket. It's actually looking okay. So we're going to do that 3 more times. Fun. All right, all 4 locking lug nuts on this car have been replaced with regular lug nuts. So a couple of lessons here. First, if you don't live in an area where somebody's going to steal your wheels, maybe get rid of the locking lug nuts to begin with, then you never have to worry about the key. Or 2, do a better job of tool inventory and don't lose the key. We've had this car for several years. I've changed the tires many times. Why I neglected the key and putting it away this time, I don't know. But like I said, lesson learned. This wheel here was the hardest to get the locking lug off. I had to go get a bigger hammer and pound the 3/4 inch socket on there further. I haven't removed that one yet. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, but it'll all come loose. Anyway, so let's move on to something else. I just finished mowing over here at the rental, and here's a reminder of what the septic pumping company left me. Also, it was a $1,000 bill. $300 to pump the tank, and then basically $700 to install those risers. What a ripoff. Anyway, let's see if we can clean this up a little bit. That looks better, right? I think so. I just rolled the concrete lids over here. They're too heavy to move very far. Next time I bring the tractor over, I'll take care of them. But that'll work. Just need to get some grass seed put down. Really? Is that what you got to say, dog? She's saying, let's go home and get treats. All right, let's go. It's Friday morning, about 7:30 a.m. I'm going to pick up my daughter, and we're procrastinating today. Maybe. Depends how you want to frame it, I guess. We're actually headed over to the flea market, Packwood, Washington. I'm looking for some Hot Wheels and stuff like that. So anyway, not going to get any work done at the house, but this is going to be a lot more fun. There's Rimrock Lake. Last weekend we were camped on the other side of it. Welcome to Packwood, Washington, home of the world's largest flea market. Okay, maybe not, but it's big here in the state of Washington. Twice a year, Memorial Day and Labor Day. My first purchase of the day at Packwood. Time for lunch. Done shopping at Packwood, getting ready to head back over the mountain. Did we have success, Ryan Lee?
Yes, we did.
Made it to the top of Chinook Pass. Chinook Pass just opened yesterday for the season. On the downhill side of the Yakima. It's approaching noontime on Saturday. Let's take care of the right rear tire on the Venza. There's the wheel with what's left of the tire, and there's a new tire that was delivered on Thursday. We have a bit of a problem with the tire changing station. There's a lawnmower on it. So let's get the mower off and get the tire changer installed. The trailer is now configured for tire changing duties. I've got the wheel down here, and even though it's got some scuffs around the edge where it rode on the pavement a little bit, I don't see any dings in it, dents to where it hit hard enough to knock it out around, at least I'm hoping. I do have on the underside here just a couple of spots near the outer edge that are a little rough. I'm going to take a file to them and grind any sharp spots down. Probably the tire would seat just fine anyway, but if we can knock off some of the rougher spots, that'll ensure we have a good seated tire. And then the new tire here is identical match to the other ones, P245 50R20 Eagle RSA. The difference will be this one doesn't have any wear on it compared to the others. I thought long and hard about replacing all 4 tires. Unfortunately, the other 3, or fortunately, really have a lot of tread life left in them. You can see the little wear bars down in here, and they're still pretty deep on the tires that are on there. So I couldn't justify spending over $800 on 4 tires, and instead just bought the one. So I got the air compressor running. We'll need the air here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and grind the rough spots off there and get that wheel mounted on the tire changer, and then we'll go from there. Uh-oh. I would argue that was the easy part, and I did find the cap, which had fallen when I tried to screw it on there. So next up is to balance it. Currently, there is that one weight right there on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up there with that one weight on there and see what it comes out as. If it turns out to be contrary to what I need, or if that's working against me, then I'll pop it off. Can you guys see? The bubble is pretty much centered, as close as it needs to be. So we're all set to put the tire on now. I did my usual rocking it back and forth like this, and came up with what I figured was a reasonable place that needed weight. It was right over there. I put a 1 ounce weight over there. But then I decided to try something different. I decided to try spinning it and then watching the little bubble level in the middle, and maybe you guys can see. It moves around a little bit, but as it gets near a stop, it kind of figures out where it needs to be. And right there, it looks to be pretty good. And I've done this multiple times and keep coming up with the same thing. And so what I've got is 1.5 ounces over there. So I think I'm going to add that 1.5 ounces on the inside of the wheel. Can't really see it down in there. And I think we'll be in pretty good shape. So next step is to clean the spot on the inside of the wheel and mount those weights up. All cleaned up and weights are installed. Let's go put this back on the Venza. New tire installed and we're ready to go. All my tools are put away. Everything looks perfect. Whoops, hold on. Take two. New tire installed. Everything looks perfect. Tools put away. Now what? I'm out here in the thunder. Yeah, there's a thunderstorm going on. Not raining or anything, but the driveway's cleared. Motorhome's out of the bay. Let's move the Venza undercover for a bit. The Venza is up on ramps. I've got a tarp underneath it, so if I spill any oil, it gets on there and not my concrete. I've got something to put the oil in. I've got 10 quarts of oil, and I honestly don't remember how many it holds. I know it's at least 6, it might be 7. I've got a genuine Toyota filter, which I can buy at Walmart. I've got sockets to undo the drain plug. I have my special tool for undoing the Toyota oil filter. I've got a little pick tool for removing the little gasket, or installing a little gasket on the filter. And I've got a headlamp, and then I've got a couple of paper towels there to clean up my mess. So, do I have everything I need? Can I crawl under there and get this done without having to run to the toolbox? I'll let you know. 6.4 quarts was the magic number, so I put in about 6.5 because it was easier to do that, because these bottles have increments for every half a quart. And then I also put some windshield washer fluid in there because she's always low on that, which actually she wasn't that bad. I'll give her credit. So we only got one last thing to do to the Venza. Yeah, the last thing is wash it. The car I say I'll never wash. But I owed her a wash for Mother's Day. We were waiting until the dust settled down on our road. I've already got started on it. I got wheel cleaner on it. The wheels are looking pretty good. Still got to get some tire shine on the tires when I'm done. And then also I've spent some time debugging the front of it. And pretty much anything that's left now is not bugs but rock chips. So now it's just due for an overall wash. So I'll show you when I'm done. What do you think, Skeeter? Tell me what you think. I think it looks pretty good, certainly from a distance. I'm not going to let you guys get any closer. Still some bugs on the front, but I need bug and tar remover to do it. And I don't want to put that on there unless I'm ready to wax it, because that'll strip off any wax that's on there. Not that there's probably much left. Anyway, looks pretty good. I've got some marks on the front end that really need some touch-up paint, and on the driver's door where something's banged into it. So need to work on that, but that's not for now. I think we're looking good. That's a wrap on this week's Procrastination Garage. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. And I guess if you didn't, go ahead and hit the dislike button. But you know what? If you hit the dislike button, at least leave me a comment. Tell me what you didn't like. I hope you'll subscribe to Procrastination Garage, and I hope you'll tell your friends about it. Remember, the #1 goal of Procrastination Garage is to keep me motivated, to get me up in the mountains playing, out in the yard working, or in the shop working on projects, whatever. Down in the comments, also tell me about the projects you're working on, or tell me about the things you're procrastinating about. We'll see you next week. Remember, this is Procrastination Garage. My name's Matt.